Hey, this is Scott Dotson. I want to do a video. I've been trying to do this video over and over. Have a 2-year-old here that he's sitting in the floor watching YouTube videos on a telephone. But anyway, I haven't done the videos for a while. What I want to do is do some tarot videos. I have tons of decks laying out here, you know, that I've used. Actually, and there's a deck that I've been drawn to, which I'm going to actually do a daily reading with here in a little bit. Something I haven't used in probably a couple years, uh, maybe even longer. My main deck that I use is this is Tarot Illuminati. Uh, this is the standard edition. It's a smaller edition. I like the Riffle Shuffle. This works great. I've beat this deck to death with the Riffle Shuffle. Now the original, if you do, the hand over hand, that's great for that. I'm not good at that. I suck at that. So I'm used to the Riffle Shuffle. This is a great deck to have for that. I just like it because of the colors and everything. Um, I like to use boxes. I'm just showing some stuff that I like to use. Here's an older one I'd found at either somebody gave it to me. Actually, I think I'd stopped in Goodwill or something and found it for like 50 cents or something. You know, really good box. And this is the deck that I was talking about. Ciro Marchetti's, I think, Legend deck or something. I can't think of it right now. But that's the deck that's been calling to me. I'll do that a lot. I do a lot of meditation. I do meditation daily. Something I wanted to go over real quick before I even get into any of this, as far as with the tarot decks and stuff. I don't care what you do, what you use. I don't care how many teachers you go to, how much money you spend on courses. I'm not real super fond of the courses that I've personally seen, um, and the people that I know that take the courses because of the fact that one thing, the key thing that they leave out when it comes to all this is meditation. Meditation. The reading comes from you. Cards, these are tools. Pendulums. I use pendulums every now and then. I've got a whole box of these things. But these are my favorites. This is the original one I wanted, but I am really drawn to purple and amethyst. So I like to use that. It's a tool. Astrology. People say, well, you don't have to be intuitive to do astrology, blah blah blah. That's a bunch of garbage because astrology is just like using tarot. You have a bunch of keywords, and if you're not intuitive enough to tune into those keywords and see exactly what things are meaning, different aspects, and so forth, you're not going to get a super accurate reading. It's the same thing with cards. It's You have to use your inner knowledge, and that's never taught. You get a lot of people, and this is what drives me crazy, is I find a lot of these people that'll put together these courses, teach courses, and so forth. They're not readers. They're book writers, or people who made decks and they added a little book to it, or they've had somebody write a book for them, and they advertise themselves as a reader, but they're not real readers. Most real readers that you're going to find in the industry, they don't have time to read books. They're busy giving readings. You know, uh, that's this deck here. As a matter of fact, Eric C. Dunn, the Tarot Illuminati, he's got a Tarot Apocalypse that'll be coming out, I believe, next year. He's working on it right now. I like Eric a lot because this deck was his original deck that he was making for himself. But Eric is the first person to admit he's an artist, and he'll tell you he's not a tarot reader. Well, he is to an extent. Of course, that's why he made his own deck. But as far as getting in there, working professionally, and so forth, he doesn't do that. And I like him because he's honest about it. He'll tell you I can't do that. You know, uh, he can sit down and read cards like anybody else, but I think in that manner, he's a lot like I am. I'm somebody who wants to be honest and give honest readings and be the real deal. I don't want to go and spend thousands of dollars on courses from people who can't even read tarot and be the in crowd with everybody, and it's all super cool, but yet you still can't read. You got all the confidence in the world. It's something I don't understand. So many people that have confidence. Confidence is just unbelievable, and they're terrible. They don't care how wrong they are. They don't care if they've done 1,000 readings and it's been so wrong it's pathetic. They could care less. As long as they took somebody's money, oh, they're good. I can't do that. Me personally, I would prefer to be known as a reader, which I am. I'm trying to think of the name of the book right now. It comes out every year. It was 2012. I was picked out of the original pick of people around the entire world that were tested. I made the top within the top 800 when the book was originally written, of being a person who was real and somebody that you can go to that's going to tell you the truth, not feed you a line of crap, try to sell you a book, try to just stuff like that. That's because I tell everybody over and over and over, the key to making connections is meditation. Get in touch with your inner self. Learn how to use your chakras. I didn't used to use chakras, but now that I use those, and I open them up before every reading, I meditate before I sit down to give readings to people, uh, it makes all the difference in the world. You're going to see a massive increase in your ability to tune in to exactly what's going on, and your credibility is going to go up. Anyway, something I wanted to show, and I've already shuffled the deck. I've done several videos and had to stop them. But something I do is I play with my cards a lot. I'll shuffle, mix them around, and so forth. And a way to let me know that I'm tuned in is I'm talking to a person. I'll shuffle and I'll just cut the deck, boom, pull a card out, and see how dead on that is with a person. Once I know for a fact that everything that I get like that is dead on accurate with what's going on with a person, then I know I'm definitely in tune with what's going on. So this one here, the first thing I done, I was doing that in an earlier video, and I, playing with the deck, and I shuffled, and I just popped it open, and I'll do this. Bingo. And this, I get the Ten of Swords reversed. Now, this is something that's, look at your card. Look at your card. Don't just go with key meanings. If you want to be a good reader, focus on the card. There's pictures. Pictures mean a lot. They deal with your right brain. They trigger your right brain. They trigger your intuition. So look at them. See what stands out. And right now, immediately, I see what stands out is he's got a sleeve here and it's got blood all over it. And for some reason, to me, it feels like almost it's a horn. For some reason, which tells me immediately that's something significant. But the Ten of Swords is about, when it's upright, it's about things ending, dead, done, over with. You've hit your lowest point, and basically all you can go from is there. Well, this is reversed, and this is saying something that's dead and it's done and it's over with is now ending, and you've already hit the worst point, and it's about to get better. So uh, that means things are starting to look up. And the horn, the first thing that comes to mind, I get Gabriel's horn. Your calling, the connection with uh, um, your judgment card, your calling. So that there says, whatever you've been doing or so forth. Anyway, that something's ended, and now you're headed for the right and in the right direction again. And I just seen a number 101. I get doubles, I get triple numbers all the time. I just notice the time, it's 101. That immediately tells me, I like numerology. You break it down to the twos, and one in a 10 card there's your three right there. But two, so there's me and there's another person, or this is personal communications with somebody that's going to help with things. When you get in tune with stuff, everything is what I'm trying to tell you, not just your cards. Notice what's going on. Your perception becomes wider. And I say this to people all the time: meditate, meditate, meditate. Open up, something on my bookshelf, something outside. I've got a window behind this. Outside the window, something I may see on my computer, like boom, I was drawn and to the number. Those are keys to pay attention to. Everything on the more spiritual aspects of ourselves works through a lot of symbolism and things like this. And when things draw your attention, that's important. It's very, very important, and gives you keys to what's going on. This is a key to giving a good tarot reading or any type of reading. I'm also a medium, and after a while, you learn to trust. When you learn to trust the messages that are given to you, that's when you come up with very, very good readings. Anyway, yes, I use boxes. Actually, I had got that box for Christmas. Here's another box I was talking about. I got that, I picked it up at Goodwill. Maybe a quarter, maybe 50 cents or something like that. And that's the deck I want to go ahead and do readings with. This used to be my deck that I love by Chiro Marchetti, the Tarot Dreams deck. I pretty much wore it out, and he had some new additions coming out. But this is a beautiful deck. But with me, a lot of times when it comes to readings, if a deck is calling to me, if it pops in my mind and stays in my mind, I know I need to use that deck, for readings or for a specific reading. So a lot of times I'll have them sitting around on my desk. This is Hazel Moon's Hawaiian Tarot. This was actually a gift uh, of mine from a friend of mine that sent this to me, and I talked to Hazel Moon. There was some cards messed up. She sent me the cards. I got her letter from her. Very unique deck. Hawaiian decks is something. But this is what I like. Keep my decks in. Just ideas. Right here, I got a big old box full of these bad boys. Cigar boxes. You know, they got felt in them. They're very great for keeping your tools in. I've got that one. Oh, I've got tons of them. I've got this one here, another box, and they're all different shapes and sizes. So this is something, if you want to keep your tarot decks in to take care of. I mean, this, because some of them I have sitting out, such as this right here. I know you can't see, well, maybe you can't see how dusty it is. I don't like that. So I like to keep them, see, there's a Robin Wood deck. There is tons of decks in here. That's a deck that I'd actually made myself. I've got two older Chiro Marchetti decks in here. And now I'm going to have to fix those cards. This is actually a deck that I had made, but it's not a tarot deck. It's a cartomancy deck, a Lenormand deck. I have an open one over here that actually I used. I do use like Lenormand decks. This here is another divination deck. It's more of an oracle deck. It is from Raven Grimassi. I like him very, very well. I'm not real big into a lot of the modern Wicca witchcraft stuff today, because I learned from some older people that were real true witches, and a lot of stuff taught today I'm not real big on. My personal opinion there. Anyway, and of course bags, there's another deck. Tons of decks. If you are a tarot reader or you become a tarot reader, it's going to be wise. I love this deck. I've done plenty of readings with this deck right here. Of course, I chopped the borders off of it. And this is the Druidcraft deck. Beautiful, beautiful pictures. With me personally, I love this deck. Haven't used it in a while. Another deck I love. A lot of people don't like it. This seems to be a darker deck right here. Deviant Moon deck. I've had some badass, awesome readings with that one. Now this one here, I think my mother wanted to know what I wanted for my birthday here a couple years ago, and I got it. And this, I believe, yes, that is, I can't think of the name of it, but it's completely different. It's not like a regular tarot deck. Anyway, yes, I have the little tiny ones just to play with. This one here is really handy to take with you. Stick it in your pocket and go down the road, and bingo. Of course, I like to have specific decks that I use. So anyway, as I was saying, this is the deck that's been calling to me right here. Chiro Marchetti, the Legacy deck. And I got a little boy that's decided he wanted to try to tear up something off a guitar strap. and he knows he's in trouble for it. This is what I'm going to use today. Legacy of the Divine. That's what deck this is. Ciro Marchetti. Uh, you know, this is something I personally do, especially if it's a deck that one, you have to have trust, you have to have faith in uh, messages that you get anywhere and everywhere. But at the same time, I like to prime my subconscious. First of all, I do this a lot. I play with the cards, I get them in order, I mix them up, but this is becoming very, very long. I like to just simply go through the cards real quick, even if it's just to count the cards. And I get these images. Once your subconscious see these, it makes it a lot easier with the shuffle and to bring it up on more accurate readings. For me personally, I do this because it takes the subconscious just a fraction of a second to remember anything and pick anything up. So this way I know all the cards have been seen. My subconscious has picked them up. I can rely on it. I can trust it that I do a reading here and it is going to be accurate. So I go through and just flip through them real fast. The subconscious has picked up every single thing, every word, everything on these cards. And that's what you're wanting to tap into. Your subconscious is the middleman between you, yourself, and higher energies there. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do a daily reading. I don't want to drag this out all day long. Let's see what I can get. And I'll show you what I'm talking about with pay attention to the pictures. Because I haven't used this deck. I haven't used this deck in probably a couple years. And I do this until I feel something come over me. A lot of time I'll get like a tingling and a card flew out. Oh, and it's dead on. Ten of Swords. Okay, I get a lot with this card right here with me personally, and I'm doing a daily here. This is going to jump out at me. Swords having a lot to do with a connection with nerves. This card right here, back pain, nerve pain. I get that a lot with this, and for the past couple of days I've been experiencing a lot of back pain and nerve pain, so that's telling me, I'm going to be dealing with that again today. It's going to be very, very difficult, probably later on and so forth. So that says, hey, this is what goes on with you right now. This is what I was talking about shuffling with people. I'll just sit and play with my deck, and somebody's that I'm talking to, and bingo, and I'll pop it open. But you know what? I popped the Wheel of Fortune. Things are about to get better. So immediately I know, okay, the back pain and stuff like that that's going on with me, as far as I got a new business I just started here about a month ago. It's called A-Live-Psychic, where we're live video readings. Please stop by and see the readers on there. But, I got the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel in this deck. This means good luck, things moving forward. So that's great. That's okay. I might be dealing with back pain or so forth, but things are about to change. Hopefully, that's going to make a big difference with the site as well. So anyway, what I was talking about with stuff that changes, and I don't have my glasses on, and I'm trying to see what this little boy has on the floor over here. Okay, something I gave him to eat. But I'll usually feel a tingling. I'll get chill bumps down my arms. Usually with me, it's in my legs for some reason. I'll get chills down my legs, which is for me an indication to stop. And I know I'm stretching this out. I'm trying to keep up with the little boy that's here, 2-year-old. There it is. It went down my arms that time. Woohoo! I like to cut it. I don't care what anybody tells you. They tell you don't cut. They tell you you have to cut this amount of times. You have to shuffle this amount of times. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. You do it your way. You do it what's comfortable for you. That's how you get accurate readings. So this tells me immediately this is not going to go over too well. Oh, wow. Not going to go over too well. I get the Magician reversed. Okay. Yeah, that's the Magician. What stands out to me in this card immediately is the Lightning. I get a lot with computers. I get a lot of connections. This is saying you're not really going to sell yourself real well. You're not making good connections. You're not, the Magician has a lot of charisma. But that Electric tells me computers. I feel computers. There's a lot of computers and technology that goes with this guy here. It's saying that you're not making connections between two things here. Okay, that energy's not there. So this video probably is not going to go over too well. Now what I get in the middle, this is a card I have not seen in quite a while. I get the Seven of Swords, and it's also reversed. Okay, I've got a lot of negative energy here that's going on, but what stands out to me is the bald top of the guy's head for some reason, and it almost reminds me of some videos I've seen over the past few days of some people that definitely they are bald. Uh, there's been a communication. There's been talking with somebody. I think I know what this is. Okay. A lot of times this is deals with somebody who's being sneaky, taking stuff and stuff and things like that. And I've just had communication just yesterday, and I've had previously a few weeks ago with somebody who's definitely taken he's taken money from me for a service and never provided that service. So this is reversed, and reversed is telling me that maybe they're going to come back, they're going to open up, or they're going to make it right. Okay, so maybe he's been thinking about it a lot with his head standing out. So that may be a very good deal there. Um, the leaves, there's leaves in this as well, and these leaves happen to be standing out, and I get fall. As soon as I seen the leaves, I heard fall. So maybe what's going to happen is things are going to fall back into place. They're going to come out. They're going to be honest with it. I don't know. Have to see how that one works out. Now, final thing here, I get the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is reversed. Now I got all three reversals. The one in the center, my central card here, that is something that's very, very important. I also know that this central card, this service that I'm wanting to actually use for marketing ability and stuff like that, that from what I found, his service ain't worth a nickel, but I paid him, so I want it done anyway. And it's sitting right there, so that blend and that connection there works very well. Now this Page of Wands is about starting things new, especially a work situation, and something about. First thing I get is news, bad news. It's about news and stuff that's coming in. What stood out basically was the cheek on the person here. So there may be bad news or communication about some type of business situation there that I'm going to be receiving. And it's also a bad start with any type of work and so forth. Things need to be looked at. So anyway, that's my indication of things to look out for, and what I can watch for today. Um, as I said before, I got that Ten of Swords, but I did get the Wheel of Fortune, and I end up getting the Page of Coins. So this tells me new learning. This is somebody, maybe a little bit of money may come in, and it's also the beginning of somebody thinking, becoming stable, very stable thinking, somebody who is an intelligent. I get a strong connection with a Virgo with this most of the time. And I get the Six of Wands, so maybe things that you're going for, you come back. There's always it's a parade type deal, but it's also being shown honor and stuff like that from other people. And I went way over on this video, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it. I do thank you. Please come and visit us at my new site, a-live-psychic, or a hyphen live-psychic.com. Live video readings. Right now, a lot of, because it is new, a lot of people aren't on, but you can go through and look at the profiles. You can schedule a reading. Scheduling a reading is usually going to be pretty quick. People are going to get back to you very, very quick. Sometimes you're going to have live readers on, sometimes you're not. I appreciate you watching, and I'm out of here. Have a great day. Thank you again for watching.